ICS3U, this lesson is about using lists as lookup tables. So suppose you want to have all of the months of the year, January, February, March, all the way up to December. Well, January is the first month, February is the second month, and so forth, all the way up to 12th month, which is, most people know the months as numbers, especially certain months, maybe the month of your birth date, and we often represent them as a numeral from 1 to 12. And this can help us do some interesting things when we're programming as lookup tables. So let's take a look at, I created a new file here in Visual Studio Code called listexamples.py. Suppose I had some desserts. So I'm going to make a list of desserts. And hopefully you're not too hungry, but yeah, Moose, hopefully you are at home when you're watching this. But if not, I'm not at home while I'm doing this either. Coconut cream pie. I'm just putting some ones that I would, tiramisu, my favorite, with some coffee. Ice cream cake. I have some family members that really like ice cream cake in their birthday in January and February. Anyway, I won't say anything about that. Cherry cheesecake and, well, what else could we have? That's probably good enough. What about just like just chocolate, just pure chocolate? So there's some desserts, all right? And we can print out a specific one by saying print desserts, square brace 2. That'll print out desserts at location 2. Let's see what we get. So we're getting my favorite, tiramisu. So mousse is at location 0. Coconut cream pie is at 1. Tiramisu is at 2. So just remember that we start enumerating things with 0. And then we move up from there. So even though there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different desserts here, we can only enumerate them from 0 to 5. All right, so let's say that we had the months of the year. I'm going to go on pause, and I'm just going to do some typing. I'll come back when I have it all typed out, and you'll see. All right, so I just typed out all of the months in list format, in that same format. And I want you to notice that January is in location 0, February is in 1, all the way up to 11. So if we wanted to find out, well, let's ask the user the month that they were born in. So month num equals int input. Enter the month's number for your birthday. So in other words, if you were born in February, you'd put 2. If you were born in November, you'd put 11. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to say print, well, month num -1, because remember we're going from 0 to 11. So if they type in 12 for December, let's say they were born in around Christmas, so they're going to type in 12. We want to access location 11 in our list. So we're going to say months, square brace, what they type in -1. So let's try this out. And I've got an error, of course, because I always have errors. I can't talk and type at the same time without having errors. And it looks like line 1 has an error. Maybe it's because that has to be all in the same line. That's probably what it is. It doesn't like that I pressed enter. So you can't see everything here. I'll just move this over so you can see more. Oh no, still a syntax error. I'm going to pause and then I'll tell you what the error is when I find it. All right, I'm back. So it was a very strange thing. I had to close Visual Studio Code, and when I reopened it, everything worked. So it got into a strange state somehow. So I just ran this program. I just pressed that, and it says enter the month number of your birthday. So let's say it's 12, and then it says December. Okay, so it looks it up in the table. So this is what I mean by a lookup table. It can be used with months. It's very common use of it. I want you to notice that we put a -1 at the end to account for the fact that we start counting at 0 in our list. So our indices in the list, January is at 0, February is 1, March is at 2, but we have to convert that into a human readable version. and in our human readable version, January is 1, not 0. So that's why we have the negative 1. We're subtracting 1 from each index. Okay, so that's it for list as a lookup table. There is and this document will be made available to you as well with some of the code. I have a document that has all this code in there with some notes in there also.